Hey guys, it's Miss Miller, and today we are going to be looking at the memory joggers for week 9. I'm going to take you through the problems for day 1, and so hopefully that'll help you for the rest of the week. So this is on page 9 of your new packet. It's going to say at the top, math day 36, and so we're going to look at problem A. So problem A says, how much does an iPhone weigh? 6 ounces, 6 quarts, or 6 pounds? So I know this problem is trying to deal with measurement. I'm measuring how much this iPhone weighs. And so if you need a reminder, you can go back in your old packet, days 21 through 30, and it tells you a little bit more about measurement. So I'm going to show you where you can find that. If you go in your old packet to where it says day 25 review, right underneath it should have your benchmarks for customary measurement. And so here it tells you how we measure length, capacity, and mass. For this problem, it's asking how much an iPhone weighs. So we're going to be looking at mass here, which is how heavy something is. So we want to know whether it's going to be in ounces or pounds. So an ounce is like one large paper clip, and a pound is like one can of soup, or 16 ounces, which is 16 large paper clips. So if I'm thinking about whether an iPhone weighs 6 ounces or 6 pounds, I need to figure out, would it make more sense for an iPhone to weigh about 6 cans of soup or 6 loaves of bread, or just 6 slices of bread or 6 paper clips? And so we figure out that, so we're going to figure out that it's closer to 6 paper clips or 6 ounces. So I'm going to circle 6 ounces here. The next one says, Joanna has 8 bottles of soda. Each bottle has 4 quarts of soda. How many quarts of soda does Joanna have? So this time it's talking about quarts. So if I go back to that measurement chart, it's talking about capacity. So we see capacity, how much something holds, is measured in cups, pints, and quarts. But here it says that she has 8 bottles, and each bottle has 4 quarts. So here I hear groups and each, which means I need to make a get chart. So I know she has 8 bottles of soda. Each bottle has 4 quarts of soda. How many quarts does she have? If I make my get chart, I have 8 bottles. Each has 4 quarts. So to figure out my total, I have to multiply 8 times 4. And I'll get 32 quarts. All right, let's look at problem B. It says Connor drew a rhombus on his paper. Circle all the attributes that are true for this shape. So if you need help looking at the attributes of shapes, you can also go back to your old packet. And if you keep scrolling down, you will find on page 9 of that packet, day 26, it gives you all the definitions and attributes of the shapes. So I can go to rhombus down here, and it says a quadrilateral with all sides the same length or equal, and 2 pairs of sides that will never cross, parallel. So I can go back to my problem, and it said that it had 4 sides. It's a quadrilateral, so I can circle that one. Or square corners. Now, a rhombus does not have to have square corners, but if it has 4 square corners, then it becomes a special type of rhombus that has a different name. So we don't need that one to be a rhombus. And it's not true for this shape because these corners don't make a square like this. Opposite sides that will never meet or cross. If I were to extend these opposite sides out, I see that they are never going to touch or meet. So that is true. Those lines are parallel. Congruent sides, yes, all 4 sides are equal. That's what we saw in my definition. And then opposite corners, same size. So these 2 corners are opposite, and they are the same size. These 2 are wider, called obtuse angles, and these 2 are smaller, called acute. So the opposite diagonal the corners are the same size. All right, now if you needed help with a problem like problem B as you continue on through the week with your memory joggers, you can look back at the attributes of the shapes on day 26 in your packet. For problem C, it says use the diagrams to identify two equivalent fractions. So here I have 1/3 equals, and I can see that if I break these thirds in half, I will now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. So it's going to be 2 pieces out of 6. So 1/3, because when they're in 3 groups, it's only 1 piece. But when I break those pieces in half, it becomes 2, 6. Now, for this one, 3/4 equals, I have a number line. I can see fourths here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or if I break each of those in half, then I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces. So I'd have 0/8, 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, and 8/8. I see my star at 3/4 here is the same as 6/8. So 3/4 equals 6/8. So you're finding the spot that's the same on the number line. Then for problem D, it says write a fraction to represent each section of the rectangle below. So I want to look at these pieces and imagine how many of those size pieces would it take to fill the hole. So for A, if I had another one of A, then the hole would be filled. Each piece is 1/2 of the whole. I would need 2 pieces total. So I would need 2 pieces total, and A is one of them. So it is 1/2 of the whole. B, I would need, if I made another B, it would fill this bottom part right here. So this would be 1, 2, and then I would need to do the same on the other side. So it would be 3, 4. So it would be 4 pieces total, and B is one of those 4. So it is 1/4. If I look at C and D, I notice that C and D are the same size, and C and D, I could fit C and then another C and then another C up here and another C. So I could fit 4 C's over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I know that this side is the same, so I'd fit 4 more C's over here. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces total, and C is one of them, and we said that D was the same size as C, so it is also 1/8. So remember, you're looking at how many pieces they would need to create that whole. And so that's what you're going to be doing for your memory joggers for this week. I hope this helps and that you're able to look back at your resources from your last packet. If not, I can share them with you on the screen again with the shapes, and you can just pause on this screen and review the definitions and attributes of those shapes. Hopefully this helps, and I will see you soon. Bye.